We learned this week there is something the city of Houston is willing and able to cough up cash for, a substantial increase in the base pay for HPD cadets. Mayor John Whitmire was pleased to deliver the news to the current class of future cops.
That you're going to get a $10,000 raise while you're in the academy. You'll get that $10,000 raise immediately. Then when you get out and you're certified by T-Close, you get your $5,000 incentive.
Panel, that raises starting pay as a Houston cop to just $52,000 per year to perform a dangerous, often thankless job that I hope we all agree is absolutely necessary. And Michelle Maples, I'm going to say as a citizen, I support this move by the city. I wish we could give them more. Absolutely.
This is a step in the right direction. This is something that Mayor Whitmire had mentioned during his campaign that he was going to do, and I am happy to see that he's following through with that. With that said, this is still lower. The salary is still lower than Pasadena and still lower than Sugar Land. However, I don't want to diminish how important this first step is. I think that law enforcement officers should be the highest paid employees. I think they all need to be making six figures because they have the hardest job in town. They need to be held accountable, and they need to be held accountable with a good salary as well to earn that sort of respect that they deserve.
Marcus Davis has talked in the past about the quality of candidates we get, psychological training, screening, and you might agree with Maples, but say, I think that teachers and cops should be making
absolutely
six figures.
Right.
Oh, 1,000%, with teachers being at the higher order. Listen, I'm glad the mayor's doing something to attract people to the police department. I'm just hoping that once he gets them there, that they get the proper training and that he gives them more than just a pay raise, but gives them a department of character and integrity, because as we've just seen, that's not what they're walking into.
And Bill King, on previous shows, you've talked about a defined contribution for new hires. They could even kick that starting salary even higher.
Yeah, no, look, if we get rid of defined benefit plans, we could actually pay some decent salaries. But right now, in the defined benefit pension plans, we're contributing about 30 to 35 cents for every dollar of pay. So if you get paid $100,000, we've got to put in $35,000 into your pension plan. That's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable.
Hey, Sue, this is a promise kept by the mayor, who is a strong supporter of law enforcement. And I think it's also part of him responding to the public's demand for better public safety. And you can't attract cadets unless you can at least pay a living wage.
Well, this is a man that keeps his promises, that's for sure. And I think that him wanting to become mayor, and I think understanding HPD, what was happening and is happening, if you look at it, he's really kind of cleaned house over there. He's given them the tools to go out and recruit more cadets. And I believe that he wants our police department to look a lot different than it has looked, and wants it to be the best in the country.
Charles, final 20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good move. We've long heard how retention and hiring is difficult in HPD. I think another really interesting tidbit that came out of that conversation was he mentioned at the end of that he's going to bring back the deferred retirement option program for police. And so he didn't really give much more information about it, except that he would be going to the legislature to discuss it. So I think that's something to be on the lookout for.
Okay, we're going to talk about that maybe in overtime.